Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is you're watching this, whatever day, month, year it is. Howdy. Hey, that is offset. And that's pretty interesting. It's offset in a way that I can't remember one being. I notice again we've got an off-white that is not white, so we can't use the default white. That's okay. All right, we're going to use the HTML. We just put the orange on, and now we're going to use margins, and the margins are going to be a little bit there. Well, it's asymmetrical, so we're going to have different numbers. 30, 20, 10, 11, 12, great. 60 is too much on both sides. So I'm going to set those. So this is really the same. So I did that. So 60 and 60, those are the two different sides. So this one needs to be a little more. No, a little less, 50, 52. And then this needs to be a lot less, 10, 12. 12, 52, okay. And then the bottom, we need some margin as well, because we're taking the overall size of the HTML element, which is spanning the whole height, I think. Is the way this is kind of working. Again, this doesn't quite work in Firefox. That's your warning there. 40, 50, 52. So 12, 52, 52, 12, which is kind of an interesting thing. Is there something interesting we can do there in terms of the sizing? Oh, maybe. Okay. Definitely conic gradient land for me is how I feel about this. Let's do conic gradient. And it's going to be in the upper corner, so that background position is 0, 0. It's going to be 100% wide, and it's going to have a height. Let's call it 70 pixels to start with. And it's this white color for 90 degrees. You could do 90 degrees, but that's more characters than 25%. There it is. So you can see that. Let's make it taller. 110, 120, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So roughly speaking, that's in the zone, but it's still not right. How about 140, 50, 60? There it is. So that's actually the correct width and height for a conic gradient for this purpose. I'll go ahead and set that 90 degrees and make it 25%. And now we need to move the center. The center of that is 25% over. Does that match it? How about 30? Oh, how about 20%? 20, 20, 20, oh, 21, 20, 19, 18, 19. 0.5, 18.5, 18.3. Yeah, these are terrible numbers. How about 30Q, 50Q, 60Q, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4, 3. I'm trying to do small numbers, but probably. So 63.5Q. Is that a good number? No. How about 60 pixels? 60 pixels is just as good as that and doesn't have a decimal. We need a vertical as well, and that's going to be what? Right now it's 50%. How about 60? 61, 62, 63. How about just 60 pixels? 80 pixels, 90, 100. Ooh. I feel like I'm seeing something interesting there in the diff. I hope that this is not extra tricky, but I don't know if you can see that little line there. No, we're calling that 100% match. So conic gradients can sometimes do peculiar things at their edges, right? So this conic gradients are really that thing all the way around, right? So if I undo the values, that fuzziness sometimes can be stuck around depending on the browser, depending on the thing. And I think that's what we're seeing there. just a little bit of a thing there that's not terrific. But that is 100% match, so I'm not going to complain about that. Minify, background, submit, and I believe that gets it done. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're taking care of yourself and taking care of others, and trying to do your best. Go make a web page. Everybody's got web browsers. Like, if you look at a phone, like, it's got a web browser. It's pretty cool. The other day I was playing around with WAP. Well, really technically WML, which is a markup language from 25 years ago, which I actually made websites, a few websites with back in the day. It requires an external server, a WAP server. So you can't really do it anymore, but there are folks doing little bits and pieces playing with it. It's a silly technology now because it required that server to compress the XML into something the phone could read, and that's just not a good architecture. The web one, and that's what's in your phone now. All right, get out of here. Bye.